is a meditation instruction video, the one I've been promising to share with you while we are continuing on our path in the month of March towards the equinox. I have challenged you to pick up a meditation practice on a daily basis to prepare the grid, prepare your field to be able to receive as much light and energy as possible. And in order to do that, it's very important to build up this meditation practice that allows you to release what density you are holding in order to be able to receive, to learn how to receive, to offer a vibration of to receive, to open your consciousness up during meditation, and to practice on your alignment and the spiritual cord and connection that we all have the opportunity to make. So in this video, I'm going to show you what my practice is, and I'm doing this to inspire you to continue to find your practice, to find your personal build up of what feels good to you in the morning, in the evening. But I know it can help to have some inspiration when you are starting to meditate. So I have taken you with me to my little meditation corner. I am sitting on my meditation pillow. I have created this little corner for, over the years with things that I love, things that vibrate and resonate with me. So it's a very personal thing, but I would really like to invite you to create your own divine corner, because what it will help to do is when you sit down, it signals to the mind and to the body that it's time to let go, to release, to de-stress, not to be active and thinking and doing, but to switch off and reject yourself and detach yourself from the outside world and start your spiritual connection. So it's a bit like a Pavlov reaction, that when you practice the same thing every day, you get in a routine. And this means that your body starts to add a structure to its practices, to its habits, where the mind and the body know what to do. And if you do this consciously, they will take over doing this unconsciously as well. So you will carry this reaction when you decide, when your attention is to de-stress, to decompress, to relax. If your intention is like that, your mind and your body will try to find if we already have that habit somewhere in place. And if you do, it'll be easier for you that outside of this little beautiful corner, I can also find these moments of peace and connection and clarity and joy without being here, because I would have to spend my life in this corner if it would just take place here. But what we want to achieve is to create this field inside of you and have your mind and your body surrender to the spiritual connection and make it more present, and that the mind and the body follow throughout the day in that calibration you did to the vibration of peace, of clarity, of joy, all these beautiful frequencies that you can attune to in a meditative state. And all this practical stuff is preparing the grid to be able to get in that state. And you only have to be in that state for about 10 minutes and continue doing that for 2 weeks, and you will feel the difference. You will accomplish a new feeling, a new vibration inside of you that you will be able to carry with you throughout your day, in your actions, in your speech, in your thinking, in your feeling, in your acting. That's what we want to accomplish. And that's why it's so important to create a ritual. It, on one hand, makes having that spiritual connection make it very sacred, but it will be make it easier for the mind and the body to deactivate and surrender, because in the end they will know, oh, okay, we're going to sit down now, we're going to quiet our mind and we're going to quiet the body. Because, well, maybe you've practiced meditation and it can be quite hard, because in the beginning your mind is so, we are all so in this culture we live in, we are all so activated all day long, so we like to think and we like to do things and we like to prepare, and that's the culture we live in. But it's very important to tell your mind at some points to switch off and to release and to surrender to feeling, to being. Otherwise, when the mind remains present, it'll unconsciously suppress everything you feel and makes it more important what you think and what you do. But we want to turn that around. So it's not matter over spirit, but you become spirit over matter. And that means that your heart is more present, more aware, more able to receive all these beautiful energies that are streaming through you daily, always. And what it helps to do is to reset yourself, because when you have been very active in your thinking and your doing, and we are, and when you face all the challenges that we all do in our lives, you are active. It's very important to start adding moments of deactivation and surrendering and releasing, because you will be able to find more balance in your life. You will be able to find more deeper meaning, deeper connection, deeper understanding of yourself as well. Because when you sit down in meditation and you shut your eyes, things will come up, and they come up for a reason. That's why we have full moons to work with. That's why we have new moons to work with. That's why we have the seasons. That's why we have hormonal cycles. And it's all okay as long as you know what you're working with. Otherwise, it can overwhelm you during the day, during meditation, during you trying to sleep, when you don't know what's coming up and you don't know what to do with this overwhelmment. And it can be in anxiety, it can be in fear and shame and guilt and loneliness and sadness. If we don't understand what is happening within us, and we kind of fear what happens when we do feel, that's where the information is. When we don't have tools to work with the energy, the only thing we know how to do is to suppress them, and you will create a buildup of lower frequencies in your body, which makes it very difficult to sleep, to enjoy yourself, to be happy, to, well, to have loads of processes in your body taking place, because the only thing you do is suppressing and suppressing, and that means that you're switched into survival. Right, so we talk about this in the inner circle a lot. What I want to do right now is to show you what I do before I start talking a lot. It's the full moon today, and tonight we are going to, together, we're going to do a release and an activation, and really let this full moon help us clear and release. So it's very important to know a little bit in what part of your life you are right now, and what it is that is obstructing you, that's blocking you, that what kind of resistance you are feeling. And when I say resistance, it's what sabotages us to be in full flow and full life force. So this can be your be trying to be perfect all the time. This can be self-doubt. This can be all these nasty little human things that can block us from living our full enjoyment. So what we do is we practice and we feel. And tonight I'm going to, during the life, I'm going to assist you in the feeling part. I now want to help you prepare the grid. So at home, outside of the inner circle, you can start your own practice as well. I have lit my candles, and in the morning I go downstairs, I make my coffee, I go outside and I ground on bare feet in the garden. So if you don't have a garden, try to go into nature once a week at least. Take off your shoes and ground. If you can't do that, you can ground and let your cord run into the ground by imagination, because that's how good we are in all the tools that we have. We don't have to do it physically, we can do it energetically as well. That can help you ground as well. But if you can go outside and ground in the morning, I try to do this daily, but especially building up towards the equinox, I want to feel these energies shifting. It just makes me feel so alive and so connected to the stream of energy, and I can work with it and I can create with it. I can feel with it, I can connect to it, calibrate to it. So I love standing outside with my morning coffee, kind of feel the energies, work with it a little bit, clear my system up. Before I sit down here, I light my candles, and then I sometimes play my little music. I've shared that in the inner circle, but I'll share it again. I've got one piece of music that just brings me in this flow, and it is actually because I think the music resembles the the smoke that the smudging creates. So I'm lighting Palo Santo. I don't like to smudge um, with the green sage daily. I find that too harsh. I like the scent of the Palo Santo wood. It clears the air, it clears your field, it helps. Like, I attune to the energies by standing on the ground, and I attune to the element of fire when I use this beautiful Palo Santo. And do you see this smoke going up? This is like your spirit flowing through you. So when you look at this smoke, I always evoke my spirit to flow through me by cleansing up and down, and then I cleanse left to right. So it's my spirit that's going to get my full attention, and I'm telling my mind and my body it's time to let go. So I'm clearing, evoking, and telling my mind and body let go. This is a ritual that opens up my consciousness. I evoke my spirit and I tell my mind and my body to let go. Then I put this down and I burn a little bit of incense. This is green tea incense. I love the scent. And again, it is just to prepare my consciousness, my grid, my field, to know that what we are about to do is the same what we do every day. We are going into meditation. And just by smelling this, it can bring me a meditative state right away. So I love this smell. So again, I do the same thing. Right, so, and I feel the release right away. I feel the surrender. I feel the shift inside of me. It's time to relax. I feel um, joy, happiness, peacefulness. I feel a sense of belonging. So this is what it triggers now, positive triggers. And that's what I've created throughout the years. I've found my own practice, and I take elements from the shamans that they work with, but I have created my own ritual through my Reiki master education, through everything I've read, I've done, all the trips I made to the teachers I had, but I took little elements and made it my own. So don't do what I do, or do that, and in the meantime discover what works for you, what makes you happy, what gives you that nice ritual, what you can work with and practice daily. So after I've lit my little incense and Palo Santo, I put it aside. Okay, so you've seen me sitting in meditation seat. Now, if you can't do that, try find a higher pillow. It's important that you can straighten your spine and that you can put your hands on your knees and on your legs. So I'm going to show you from the front and from the side. Let's start from the front. So this is a preparation before I go into a silent meditation. Before I do that, I'm going to evoke this movement that I already started with the smudging. I'm going to practice that in my breathing. So in my breathing, I'm going to again evoke my spirit to take over, the breath, what you just seen, the circling of this beautiful smoke. It is like your spirit. It is the life force that flows through you. So you want to focus on that. That is the spirit over matter that you want to create. I want my mind and my body go to the background and my spirit to take over. And what I do is that I activate my consciousness. I open my consciousness by breathing in through my nose. Then I hold my breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, and I release through the mouth. And what this does, it brings about and activates a circulation of breath through your body. And while you do this, it helps when you, in your mind or out loud, say, I am not the mind. Going up, hold your breath. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the body. In the beginning, this will help you to create a mantra on which you can find the best flow of breathing. And maybe after a while you can let go of that. I used to do this and it used to help me to get into a deeper meditation, but it's like you've practiced that vibration. So now when I do this breathing technique, within 1, 2, 3 breaths, I've activated the breathing cycle within myself, because what it actually does, it helps your breath and your spirit to take over. But what it also does, it activates your third eye. When you breathe in and you hold your breath, you actually, with your breath, are pushing against your third eye here by holding your breath. So be aware of that when you do that. And you kind of knock on the door of your third eye because you want it to open. And what it does with your breath, you create pressure. You create pressure, and there's a type of crystals in your third eye that you can activate by pressure on the breath. These crystals in your third eye release a certain hormone that makes you feel really good, and that opens your consciousness. So this is the DMT breath that helps you create your own chemicals that make you feel really good and make you start imagining things. So when you do this and you actually start to get a bit dizzy, it's a good sign. When you start feeling a bit warm, it's a good sign. It means that 1, you're getting more oxygen going through your body, but 2, you are activating your higher consciousness. So by holding the breath here and then you release, but while you are releasing, you are creating another movement going up from your spine, and that's actually the Kundalini consciousness awakening that you read about. And you breathe in and you release the breath. The Kundalini, your consciousness, runs up your spine and also activates your third eye. So you bring about these 2 activations. It's the breath and the consciousness that run cyclically through you while breathing. So in through your nose. I'm going to do it from the side now. In through your nose and raise your chin a little bit so you open up your consciousness, your third eye, and face the divine. So it's like you are surrendering and saying, you are saying hello. You are connecting to the higher consciousness. You are a receiver. So imagine your whole field now opening and willingly receive the divine consciousness flowing through you. So in through your nose, hold your breath, and then release through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. I'm just going to do this a couple of times and get in my own little state and groove, and then I can show you what I do in the meantime, because you will see me moving. I'm going to work with the energy because you want it to flow through your body. So you want to open up your body and release any density that's holding that breath and that consciousness from running through you freely. So what we're going to do is we're preparing the grid, and you're the grid, you're the body, you're the lamp through which the light flows. So the lamp has to be cleared, otherwise it can't receive and shine light. So in through your nose, hold your breath. Now start wiggling around, opening up your hips and your spine. So you can do that by making circulating movements from the left and then circling back to the right. And what you're doing is you're just, from sleeping all night, there will be some density there. You need to release the oxygen. You have to prepare the body because it's just been sleeping. So it might be physical tension that you're releasing, but you also might be releasing some stuck emotions from the night or the day before, or maybe even there's bigger things coming up. So what you do is you kind of wiggle around your spine and kind of try to spiral it up. When you feel something going up, you blow it out. So you're releasing whatever comes up. So you continue moving in, breathing out, and through the movement, you're trying to work with the body and see where it needs releasing before we can go into a deeper state of meditation. And then what I also do is I activate, this is the Kundalini breath work. What you do is you breathe in. So my hands now follow my breathing in, and I straighten my spine. I look up, hold my breath, and when I let go of my breath, I breathe out through the mouth. I let go, and I kind of roll up my spine to the front. Try to do it as how do you say that? As natural as you can. Just work with your spine. Release, breathe in, and let go. And let go. And let go. So, and when you do that, I do that about 20 times, and you kind of speed up a little bit. What you will feel is that it feels good to activate this energy. You are activating the Kundalini, actually. The Kundalini rises up through your spine while you are breathing. So you're opening your consciousness, you're releasing all density, and you're activating your Kundalini, your consciousness, your higher consciousness, to flow up your spine. So you're doing loads of things, but 20 times, breathe in deep, hold and release. Breathe in deep, hold and release. And try 20 times, but I don't count anymore. I just go with the flow and do it as right. And I feel when my field is prepared, when I start getting a little bit dizzy, I'll work with my body a little bit more. And that's how I prepare myself to go into a, a period of silent meditation. Now you can take a meditation, put it in your ears or put it around your field to listen to a guided meditation. But in the end, I'm going to challenge you to do silent meditations, because you need to be able, it is best to learn how to do this yourself. Otherwise, you're still depending on somebody else's voice to bring you in this state. And I really want you to know that you have your own connection and you can get into this state by yourself. So prepare the grid through your breath work. Yeah. And then when you're ready, you open your hands because you want to receive. We're not going to pray now. We're not going to ask. I'm going to do that after my meditation. But first, we're going to receive. And it helps to have an intention. Maybe you already felt something coming up when you were sitting down. Maybe you just want peace, clarity. But, well, you can ask when you open your hands what it is you long for. And in the morning, I just long for activation. I want to be energized. I want to feel good. I want to feel light and love flowing through me. So this is my morning intention. And then when you sit down, after you've done your breath work and you've opened your mind, your hands, start to feel that breath still flowing through you, and you keep following that breath, but you go with it as long as you can, and then just try to kind of fall asleep but remain conscious. And even if you do fall asleep, it doesn't matter. That just means that your mind and your body said, okay, we're letting go, we're going to rest now, which is absolutely normal. But it's nice to get into that deeper state and not take that last step and fall in sleep, but kind of get into that dream state. That's where you want to be. You're going to zone out, zone in, and just enjoy. Just try to see it as a dream state. You want to be in that dream state for about 10 minutes, maybe 15 if you can, but try to come into that dream state. And if you don't like to sit still, I don't always. I kind of like to wiggle my body and just soothe myself, into that good feeling place where where you detach, and you will find that after 2 weeks, you will kind of have zoned out and wake up again and think, I was gone. I was really not here. My mind and my body were not present. Where was I? And that means that you detached and that you're now only in your conscious state. You're in your spiritual being state. Try to work on that. And it actually just sitting and relaxing and receiving and enjoying. And it doesn't have to be good, because your mind wants to say, I'm doing this good or I'm doing this bad. And your body's going to say, this feels, So just soothe them. It's okay. If they take over, you just say, it's okay. We're just going to sit here and breathe. We're just going to sit here and breathe. And if your mind takes over, you're going to say, I'm not the mind. I'm not the body. I am not the mind. Breathe in. I'm not the body. And keep doing that as a mantra, and it will help you to zone out. And then just enjoy. Wiggle yourself around. Just soothe yourself. And then zone out. Now I'm taking a few moments, and then I'm going to show you what to do after. Right, I'm already almost gone, but just before you feel you can really relax into it, you pick up the grounding cord. What we do in our inner circle, you imagine a cord running down your spine into the ground. You hook up there, breathe in deeply, and then you run your cord upwards and attach it to the light. Very important, otherwise you're meditating in your own field and that's it. And there's higher energies available to you. So run that cord up, attach it there, And then just start evoking these beautiful energies from above to run down your field. Breathing up and down. It's like you prepared in your own field, then you connect up to the light. And then when you breathe in, it's like you can go higher and deeper, higher and deeper. And just start to enjoy what you are receiving, and let it, just like taking a shower, just sit there and enjoy. Imagine you're caught up and you've run it down, and then you're just going to breathe in and out, pouring in all of these beautiful energies to release you, to heal you, to energize you, to vitalize you. Okay. So then when you did 10 minutes, you kind of come back. You can set a timer. In the beginning, I used to do that. Now I just work with what happens in meditation. Try not to judge it. It is what it is. You did 10 minutes now, just move on. Some days you get into deeper states, sometimes nothing happens, sometimes you're just too busy, and that's okay. It is what it is. Yeah, there's no good, there's no right, there's no point. Nobody's judging, so don't do that to yourself. And I know it'll happen because it's very common. That's where you get triggered, actually, in all these beliefs that you need to let go of. So it's human, but just know that, try to stop yourself. It's okay, we're moving on. So you did 10 minutes of meditation, and now you are able to set your intentions for the day and do your gratitude. Just see what feels better. I like to do my gratitude because it means I align with the higher frequencies, and maybe something's come up. Maybe something in my meditation came up. Sometimes I do a little bit journaling about that, because sometimes it's something that's bothering me. Oh, let me stretch my legs. Sometimes something that's bothering you. So if it comes up, journal. That's the lower frequencies that you want to, you have to do some process work on. You take it to the inner circle, or you write about it, and then you do your gratitude to align and activate you in higher frequencies. So write about anything that you love, just to fixate and calibrate to that high frequency, because it's already here for you. You already do experience things that put you in that receiving mode of more energy, more beauty, more love, and more light in your life. Just when you can calibrate to it, when you can name it, when you can catch it, it's easier for us humans to know what it is that makes us happy. And what makes you happy is not what makes me happy, because it's very personal. So try to pick something that, well, my cat's lying over there, I just have to look at it and I feel love. The sun is shining today, so I just have to look at that and I feel love. I love my coffee. Look at this beautiful teapot I got for my birthday from my boys. It's just perfect. I love it. So it might seem silly, but it's very, very important to actually focus on what makes you happy, because it'll be easier to line you up with more, and you'll recognize it because it feels good. And that's what we want. We want to get away from that low frequency, put you into alignment, because that makes the lower frequency less powerful, and creating less resistance to flow forward into the growing of your potential in your life, of creation of more love, of more light. So write down 3 things, and when you write down, you actually you spell it. That's white magic. It's, you spell it, and it helps if you share it in the group. So I really want you to invite, and I haven't seemed to get that sorted yet, or get you to interact with me on the platform, but in the inner circle, I really want to start interacting more and sharing more of your feelings and more of your gratitude and more of your challenges, because we can then work with it together. So when you share your gratitude, you even put it out, and that's when my battery crashed. So let me finish off right here. So I ended up saying, use gratitude, write in your journal, and create a list of things that will help you as well. that you love. So on one side, journal about, well, bad things coming up, overwhelmness coming up, what it is you might need to work on. You might want to do some self-mastery classes on. You can work with me in the inner circle to release that resistance. Use your gratitude and start journaling about the things you love, everything that brings you in that high vibration. Right. So that's the self-practice of meditation I'm going to challenge you to do with me going up to the equinox. We're going to do 3 meditations together, starting full moon, 6th, 7th, that's tonight. Then there's next week, Thursday's inner circle meditation. We're also going to detox and release some more resistance. And then on the equinox on the 20th, we're going to meet each other as well. I'm going to be somewhere connected to a ley line. I'm not sure where yet, but we're going to do it live. I'm going to update you on times and everything. So for now, take care. I'm going to leave in the little box down below this video, I'm going to leave that little list of steps you can take. So you've got everything together. You've got the video and you've got the list. It's on the feed in the inner circle as well. And tonight we're going to do some more preparation. Hope to see you there, and I hope this video will be of some help. I'm sending you all of my love. Bye bye.